if you as fathers and husbands govern your home well, how would we know? We talk to your wife. We talk to the children. We see how they feel. If your wife is basically a happy person, you're obviously doing something right. If your wife is always frustrated and nervous, then something is not working right, and you're responsible to find out why. At times in my own life, I have had to ask the Lord, what's wrong with me that's got to be corrected in order to get my family to function like it needs to function? And God has sometimes spoken very, very difficult things to me. Adjustments that I needed to make in order to get the family functioning again. And so it's always a good sign when the family is basically happy, especially when your wife is happy. If your wife is unhappy, there's something you need to give attention to. And if your wife is typically unhappy, that is to say, more or less regularly unhappy or nervous or under strain, you need to make some adjustments. Now, I'm not anyone who's going to try to divine what needs to be done. But you need to take responsibility for your home so that your home functions smoothly. I don't mean that you won't have difficulties or problems or accidents. Every home does. But basically, you're responsible for your home. You're responsible for your wife. And that doesn't mean you're responsible for everything she does. It does mean, though, that you need to govern your home in such a way that your wife is basically happy with the way you govern, with the freedom that you give to her, and with the way that you line things up so that the home functions well. If you don't pay your bills on time, you're going to have an unhappy wife. Because she's the one that's got to face the people that come around and say, look, this bill hasn't been paid. So this is something that we have to give attention to. I remember saying to my wife, at the time we were married, or very shortly after that, I said, I want you to be free of worry. I am no wizard. I am certainly not wealthy, but I'm going to do everything in my power to be sure that you don't have to worry about making ends meet. That's my responsibility. And I'm going to do everything I'm able to do to see that the home always at least has our needs met. Because I simply believe that God has given that responsibility to the husband in the home, the father in the home. And there may be times, for instance, no one can know when you're going to have an accident or be on sick leave and your wife has to take on an additional responsibility. We understand that. But those are exceptional situations and not regular situations. Your wife needs to be at peace, knowing that you are governing properly, that the home is going well because you're responsible. That's your job, to be responsible for your home and to see that things move along smoothly. Okay, how do we learn to govern? We learn progressively over time.